Hello everyone, my name is Azatro, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 news update video. And the latest community transmission has just released for tomorrow's update, and we've got so much content coming. New reinforcements, new trooper blasters, new co-op maps, and so much more. You will not want to miss any part of this video. I've got the patch notes for tomorrow's update, including all of the new content, so let's get straight into it. 2 new Infiltrator class reinforcements are coming to the game. We have the Ewok Hunter for the Rebellion and the ISB Agent for the Empire. So let's take a look at the Ewok Hunter. So the primary weapon is going to be the bow, which I found in the files many months ago. It's going to have dual firing modes. So it has a default zoom, so no zoom, just like any other weapon, that allows you to pick out targets that you fire at, similar to Lando's Deadeye ability. When you zoom in, you'll have manual aim control, and this will allow for greater control and the ability to hold your draw longer to increase maximum speed and damage. When firing the bow, the Ewok Hunter does not appear on scanners. Moving on to abilities, and the first one is the Valiant Horn. So this increases the damage of the attacks for the Ewoks, and it will also grant more damage resistance. When it is active, however, you will always be on the enemy minimap. The second ability is Whisties, and we know these from Ewok hunts, so this will allow you to throw fierce fire sprites towards an enemy to disrupt them and inflict burn damage to them. The third ability is Hunter's Instinct, and this will allow you to seek out weakened opponents. Moving on to the ISB Agent, and its primary weapon is dual-wielding RK3 blaster pistols, which is awesome. And the first ability is going to be Assault Training. During the duration of this ability, you will have increased sprint speed and overall damage reduction. The Imperial Intel ability allows you to locate enemies of the Empire, and this will scan the nearby area to reveal the 4 closest enemies, and if you defeat enemies when it's active, it will reveal 1 more enemy per kill, up to the total of 10. And the third ability is Double Your Effort, and this empowers nearby allies by regenerating their base health. It can only be used if the ally is in range, of course. Moving on to co-op, and 7 maps will be coming from the original trilogy era. So the full list is Yavin, Death Star 2, Endor, Hoth, Tatooine, Kessel, and Jabba's Palace. Co-op is also going to be getting an update for the Age of Republic, so the Venator and the Dreadnought will be new maps for co-op, which is really awesome to see. And it sounds like, with the wording on the community transmission, that the MC-85 Star Cruiser and the Resurgent class Star Destroyer will come later down on in the line. Speaking of the MC-85 and the Resurgent Star Destroyer, both of those are going to be playable in Heroes vs Villains with this update. They've also made major changes to the Geonosis and Yavin 4 maps in Heroes vs Villains. So let's move on to the new trooper weapons. They've added 1 new weapon per class: Assault, Heavy, Officer and Specialist. I will start with the Assault class. It's the E11D, which is used by the Death Trooper, and it also has 3 different modifications you can use. There is Reduced Recoil, which adds a light stock to reduce the recoil. There is Flashlight, which adds a mounted light source to reveal enemies when zooming. There is also Single Fire Mode, which allows for greater precision. To unlock this, you have to defeat 50 enemies with the Assault class in co-op. The Heavy class will receive the T-21 blaster. It's a very powerful blaster, but it does have a low rate of fire, and the modifications for it are improved zoom, improved handling, and burst mode. And you unlock this by getting 50 kills with the Heavy class in co-op. Moving on to the Officer, and the DL-18, which is my favourite weapon from the previous Battlefront game, is here, which I can't wait to get my hands on. It's not as powerful as the other pistols, but it has a great rate of fire, and the modifications include improved cooling, reduced spread, and repeating mode. And last but certainly not least, for the Specialist class, the Cycler Rifle is back. The Tusken Raider Sniper Rifle is here, and it's going to be very powerful, I'm sure. So the modifications for it are dual zoom, reduced recoil, and improved cooling. And just like the others, you have to get 50 kills with the respective class in co-op. Moving on to some hero reworks, Princess Leia is getting a major change. So her E11 blaster is getting a massive buff. It looks to be very, very good. Those numbers sound very, very awesome. Can't wait to see how that works. Now, her shield is also going to be getting a change. It will now heal friendlies within it for 5 health every second, which is awesome. And the flash grenade is being replaced with a thermal detonator. But not just one thermal detonator, 3. You'll be able to throw up to 3 thermal detonators that explode in just under a second, and the ability will end countdown once all 3 detonators have been thrown. Chewbacca is also going to be getting a big buff as well, specifically to his bowcaster. So there is a scoped mode that will allow for 1 powerful shot at long distance, and no scoped will just allow for 3 bolts to be grouped in triangle formation. Furious Bowcaster will of course enable these 2 firing modes to be even better. Another change made to other heroes, Iden, Bossk and Finn are going to be getting dual zoom for their primary blasters. And Boba Fett's concussion rocket has been given the blaster disabler functionality, so instead of just disorienting enemies, their blasters will be disabled for 1.2 seconds when concussed. Iden's pulse cannon is also getting a rework, so players can now fire when aiming from the hip, as well as fire at any time during the charge up. Even if the shot does not be fully charged, a charged shot does do more damage. Kylo Ren, due to community feedback, will be getting damage on his final hit of the frenzy ability, even if a lightsaber is blocking. The AI has also been improved with new features, so they can now use vehicles and friendly heroes, which is awesome. They're also introducing auto-player squads with an instant action, allowing you to squad up with the AI so you can spawn on them and get back into the action quicker. Moving back to the reinforcements, there will be some major changes coming to the Age of Rebellion reinforcements. So, the Death Trooper will be getting the E11 blaster rifle, and the Rocket Trooper will be equipped with the E11, and the Jump Trooper will use the A280C with automatic fire. The Wookiee Warrior and Imperial Rocket Trooper also have new appearances which have been updated. This changes the default appearance, there is no other skins going on here. As for the other era reinforcements, the ARC Trooper will receive the same dual wielding functionality as the ISB agent. So where you would tap the triggers simultaneously to fire 2 blasters, that has been changed. So basically, only the primary fire now will fire both pistols. The secondary fire trigger will be used for Power Blast. They've replaced Power Blast with a toggle weapon that allows toggling the pistols between a slow rate of fire with higher accuracy or fast firing with bigger spread. So this is going to be really interesting to see how the ARC Trooper and ISB play out with these. And lastly, the Flame Trooper has received an improved Incendiary Imploder. UI has also seen some major changes, so there is a bunch of toggle options that allows you to switch off the outlines for various things like the radar, squad list, player bar abilities, as well as off completely. Even you can turn off the rank up celebration or move it to the left hand side or right hand side of the screen. There is so many options here, it's really awesome. The PC chat window has also been moved to the top right hand corner of the screen. Something a lot of people have been asking for is that the Resistance stolen ATST on Agent Class gets a new look because it is identical to the one the Empire has, and that has been changed. We don't know what it's going to look like, but that is really cool. Instant Action is also going to be getting slider options, so you can set the amount of enemy heroes, friendly heroes, enemy reinforcements, friendly and enemy vehicle count as well, which is really good. I still want to see major improvements there, but that's a good start. This patch will go live tomorrow, and I haven't mentioned all of the bug fixes and all of the smaller things that you may notice from the patch notes. There is a link to them down in the description below if you want to read through it all, but it's very lengthy and I didn't want to keep you here for too long. But that is going to do it from me. I will be here tomorrow with a bunch of videos on all of the content, so make sure to do subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss anything. I hope you enjoyed this video and liked what you heard. Please let me know your favourite things in this announcement down in the comment section below. Check out any of the 2 previous videos on screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.